Okay, so now what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to actually add in the total delta V as well as the principal direction of force. But unfortunately, in the existing database, even in the GV table, the principal direction of force, or PDOF, does not exist. However, we can calculate it based on having both the lateral and the longitudinal components of delta V. So let's go ahead and do that. In order to create this custom calculation, we're going to go into the top ribbon here where it says Edit Queries. We'll click on that. And then in the navigation panel on the left, we'll want to make sure that the GV table is highlighted. Now, similar to adding the references in the previous step, what we'll go is on the top ribbon here, click Add Column, and we'll add a custom column to the GV table. In this case, what we're going to want to do is first calculate the total delta V based on the lateral and longitudinal components. So we'll call this dV total calc. And this is going to be equal to the square root of the lateral delta V squared plus the longitudinal delta V squared. Unfortunately, Power BI does not support sort of the caret operations. So, for example, we could not do the lateral delta V raised to the power of 2 like we traditionally would in Excel. So once we've got that formula entered in, we'll click OK. And we'll notice that now it's added this column on the far right here, the dV total calculated. And there's an icon on the top left that basically indicates what the numerical format of that column is. We can see that that's ABC123, which means that it's a general format. We'll actually want to change that to a decimal number. That will just help us with the calculations going forward in the future. Next, we're going to want to create our PDOF column. So we'll go in again and click on Custom Column. We'll call that PDOF. And for this, we're going to want to type in the following format. So it's the ACOS function of your longitudinal delta V divided by the total calculated delta V. That should actually be minus the frontal component. And what we get out of this is originally in radians, so to convert it to degrees, we'll multiply it by 180 and divide by 3.14. So there you go. Now that's your PDOF column. We might want to go and edit that just so that we can round it off and get rid of some of these trailing decimals. So we can go back into that, clicking on the little gear symbol, and we can do number.round, and we'll actually round that off to 0 decimal places. Okay, and let's go ahead and let's change that now to a whole number. And we're ready to go and start adding in the PDOF and total severity to our dashboard. And first we'll go and click Close and Apply.